Everybody ain't gonna play basketball. Everybody ain't gonna play football.
That's right.
Everybody ain't gonna rap.
That's right.
Everybody ain't gonna be behind the mic singing. It's not gonna happen. So you have to be prepared for life as it is and as it's gonna come. So how do we get our young sons and daughters, for that matter, to, hey, we should be, and this is my opinion, we should be the second wealthiest group of people in this country.
Mm-hmm.
Black folks should be, but we're not. So how do we get from almost that bottom rung? I don't want to be on the second rung. I want to be on the top. So how can we get there, and not only get there but maintain it once we get there?
One of the things I look at, it's about exposure.
Mm-hmm.
If you're exposed to something bad, you're going to do bad.
Right.
If you're exposed to something good and you see there's opportunities, you'll run with it. And sometimes we, as black men, some of us don't do that. Well, it's always been this way. This is the way we're going to do it. And you can't think like that.
Mm-hmm.
It changes. And now it's changing daily, with the new tongue.
Yeah.
And we got to prepare ourselves for that. And so it's just basically exposure. Don't quit. Don't ever give up. I posted something out, because someone had told me years ago, and it stuck in my head. And I'm gonna relate to the basketball that's going on, because everybody's been watching the basketball series, because that's what they think we can do.
Yeah, we're the best.
We're the best. And when I sit there and look at it, I always say, shoot for the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot for the moon when you're setting your goals, and you got to set goals.
Right.
Okay, you got to set them and then follow up on them. And if you don't achieve those goals, you got to find out why. Mm-hmm. What made you the obstacle?
But at least implement something.
You got to implement something. You got to write it down. I mean, because I was looking at the guys that did write it down, and I started looking at the NBA, and I was looking at and I'm like, wow, this is powerful.
Right.
You got some superstars. And when I think of superstars, like Kevin Durant, he's got people on his team that aren't superstars, but they set their goal high enough to put them around the superstars.
Right.
The people on the bench is what I call it.
Right.
And
they got
pieces. That's right.
Come in.
That's right.
Right.
And they're making a decent salary and income, and they're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But you got the ones that excel, and so what we have to do is you got to understand, guess what? Everything is achievable. You just got to have a want to, find out what it takes, and then go after it. And find out what you're good at. Because I think everybody's good at something.
Everybody has a talent. Now, God didn't put you here without something that works for you.
That's right.
Now, that's the truth.
That's right. I know we're younger today. We're wiser today. And I reflect back on an old TV show. It was called Rock.
What was it called?
It was Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I know you got to remember that.
Yeah, my bald head man.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. I know what you're talking about, though. I know exactly what you're talking about. I think it was Dutton.
Yes.
Charles Dutton, I think that's his name.
And you know what? He said something to me on a show that started that series off, and it's stuck in my head. And he said, because they said, why are you being the garbage man? He says, you know what? Because that's what I like to do, and I'm going to be the best garbage there man is.
Right.
Whatever you do, whatever you want to be the best at it.
Shoot for the stars.
Shoot for the stars.
Look, even if you shoot for the stars and come up short, at least you'll get the moon.
You get the moon. That's what I'm talking about.
And that's real talk.
It is.
That's real talk. And I often, as we sit here and I'm thinking about, MoBetter, there are so many different levels of consulting, and I don't know, and I think that, I guess what I want to ask you is, do you deal with any young folk, any college students, or anything like that, or is it just basically on a employer level?
It is on anybody.
Okay.
Whether I'm walking down the street and I see somebody, and I see something they can do different, or if they need a word,
Mm-hmm.
advice, because that makes it better.
Right.
And so, college, you know, the opportunities are there. You just got to take it.
Mm-hmm.
A part of my job is recruitment, also not just consultant.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think about the recruitment, because you want to stand out.
Right.
That's everybody stand out. How do you stand out? Especially, one, it's always good to have a job while you're going through school.
Right.
Whether it's a part-time job, it gives you a basic fundamentals on how you're dealing with people, how they go through changes throughout the day, and you get to understand some of those things.
Right.
I call it what makes people tick.
Mm-hmm.
And so once you understand what a person ticks, you're able to get the best out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a gift that you want to have, because if you're coming in as an engineer, let me tell you, because a lot of colleges are hiring engineers,
Right.
as far as the workforce, manufacturing, whether that's the field you're going into. And so, most operators on the floor, when they see a person with an engineering degree, well, in their eyes, they feel that they haven't worked for it.
Mm-hmm.
They feel that they have an entitlement to be there, but they don't really know how to engage the people on the floor.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so a lot of them will struggle with that.
Okay.
And so, and you'll find out that an operator, a person on the floor, knows what's going on, and they've told somebody, but the problem is the people they've told has never ever done anything about it or fixed it.
Okay. Okay. I'm sitting here with Brother Ronald Timms from MoBetterConsulting. 425-2565 is the number at which you can call in. And feel free to call in and join in on this conversation. This young man seems to really, really, really know what he's talking about. Look, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back.